Welcome to the Cut Music. We are your hosts, Mike and
the Moosh, and we have
fucking
Brad.
Sweet.
Chopped.
Well, be sure. Yes,
doing great
as we do on that every single. You know, we've been doing that and Brad for quite some time.
I think. Yeah, you thinking of switching it up or something?
I think we do need to switch it up. I think we need a new intro.
A whole new intro?
Yeah, no, I love our intro music. I think you and I blew our wad on that intro music. It's very catchy. It's very good. I don't think that ever goes away. All right, that's
Fantastic.
Our West Philadelphia born and raised. Like that. That's our shit.
Okay.
But
your magnum opus.
That's our yes. But I think we change how the announcement. I don't know. I'll have something cooking. I have an idea. I'll figure it out.
Mike, Brad, and the Moosh.
Yeah, something like that. Weenie in the butt.
Like key noises, like boing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sound effects, that sort of
like
thing.
Like shock jocks.
Wait, that's for football players, right?
Isn't that the guys on like classic rock? And then they like hit the button and it's like playing the best music.
It won't be, I don't want anything
yeah.
that what's the word? Robotic? I don't know. We'll come up with something. I'll figure it out. So anyway, hit us up at thecutmusic1@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at the Cut Music and the number 1. And today's sponsor, we are back to Skillshare. Skillshare offers courses on anything from the creative to business, anything you can think of. They got courses on it. And the best way to help support this show is to click the link in the description and save yourself 30% on an annual subscription. Also, as always, we are not able to play the music for you like we used to, so you're going to get a little clip to give you an idea what the song sounds like, but also in the description is a track list for every artist and song that we played, as well as a link to a Spotify playlist with everything on it. And today, we're doing something different.
Yeah, new playlist, baby.
We've been doing a lot of different stuff lately. It's nice because I feel like as we do these new things, like it's kind of cool to be like guitar riffs. Like we go back to something a little less creative and a little more just fucking let's just like
bread and butter.
Yeah, let's just like rock out. But today we're doing something a little nuts. Today's episode is called Special Guess, not Guest. Guess?
Like guess who? Like
yeah,
does your guy have glasses?
Ooh, that gives me an idea for a different episode.
Oh.
We should take what I'm about to describe to everybody that we're going to do and make a guess who out of it.
Okay.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Somebody write that down.
Write it down.
Somebody write
Jot that down.
I don't have a pen. Somebody write it down.
Hey Siri, write this down.
That is a good idea. But today, special guest, here's what we're going to do. We're a small but mighty show. And we don't have the reach to get to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Right?
What? No way.
I don't think we do.
What are you talking? Of course we do. Call him up. Where's his number?
I'm pretty sure he's one of our few listeners.
Yeah, Siri, call Neil.
That's what. So today,
first name basis.
Yeah, call Neil.
You know the one.
So, what we're doing is special guests, and our guest is not Neil deGrasse Tyson, but we are gonna guess a playlist for him. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, we can do one of two things with this assignment as we've done today. With this question, we can either put songs that we think that remind us of the special guest, we think the special guest will like, or bonus points for songs we think that the special guest actually listens to or listened to at a point in their lives. So we got a pretty good mix. I stuck with category number 3. So I have 3 songs that I think at certain points in Neil deGrasse Tyson's life, he has listened to. So the man was born in 1953 to both of his parents were involved in the educational system in New York. He's from the Bronx. And then everything else, fucking Star Talk, all that shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we can't really speak for anyone else besides ourselves, but songs that he has listened to at least once, like, I mean, or just like songs that, You know, like that.
That'd be songs that you
come on. He listens to quite often. Maybe he has a cassette tape of it lying about or something.
Like I would say if Neil deGrasse Tyson put a 100 song playlist together, try to find a song that's going to be on that playlist, because we've all heard MGK. We've never listened to MGK, right? And I know MGK is always the brunt. He gets the brunt of our cocks every fucking time. Yeah.
I'm not putting my cock anywhere near that guy.
He gets the brunt of our abuse every freaking time. That's what we're trying to do, is put a list together that's inspired, or we think the special guest will like, or we think the special guest actually loves the song that we chose.
Fantastic.
Who wants to go first?
I was thinking me.
Okay.
I think I got the perfect song.
What song is that?
Well, I've seen a lot of clips with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I get the idea that he's a bit of a silly guy.
He's very silly, yeah.
Little tongue in cheek.
Definitely tongue in cheek. I don't know if I'd use the word silly, but tongue in cheek, yeah.
I have a feeling he just loves space.
What tipped you off?
I've seen quite a bit of clips on TikTok.
Hold on, just to make sure, we're doing Neil deGrasse Tyson, the chef, right?
Yeah.
Is there a chef?
Is there not?
Oh.
I got songs about macaroni and cheese. I put the mashed potato on here. Is it not that?
The mashed potato.
Different one.
You get the feeling he loves space, huh?
But while I was doing research for this, by typing in songs about space, I found this gem, and it's called the Galaxy Song by Monty Python.
The galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side.
How delightful is that song? I can't speak for any accuracies on there, but it's the most I've ever learned about space.
Dude, motherfucking Eric Idle,
right,
is singing that. I could, from the second he opened his mouth, I was like, oh, that's Eric Idle. I've watched a lot of Monty Python, and this song it's so good. It's so fantastic.
Delightful was exactly the word I was thinking.
Yep. You know what? I almost, one of the songs that almost made my cut for today, and it kind of feels like this, is the Big Bang Theory theme song, Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies?
Sure.
Yeah. Like, I was like, that would be a fun song to put on here, but I was like, but does Neil deGrasse Tyson actually, I mean, maybe he watches the show, but I was like,
I'm not
TV
sure.
show themes it felt like a really low-hanging fruit. And I was like, okay.
The lowest of hanging fruit.
Yeah, I'm better than that. Let's not do movie themes or TV themes, because I was like, dude, Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. I was really being just
in your bag.
Bare minimum effort.
I'm about 90% sure Neil deGrasse Tyson has been on the Big Bang Theory. I swear I remember an episode with him on it.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was on the Big Bang Theory?
I'm pretty sure. They had other people come in, like Will Wheaton.
Sure.
So they had like sci-fi stuff.
I don't remember Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I'm pretty damn.
I haven't watched every episode.
I could be. I haven't either. It's a great show. It is. You know what? It deserves for me to watch every single episode, but I haven't.
Right.
That belongs to, as sitcoms go, Seinfeld. Where'd you go, Moosh? There you are.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
So I should have said in the beginning, we were allowed to research everything but anything that had to do with music. So we were able to read the early life, read about Neil deGrasse Tyson, his family, all that other stuff. But we were not allowed to look up music in any way that may be related to him. So unless we already knew something. So, Moose?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go next. I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah. So I had a few songs that I was looking at. Speaking of low-hanging fruit, I'll go ahead and just spit this one out pretty quick. We're going with The Police, Walking on the Moon. This was literally the first song I thought of when I was like, oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson, space, walking on the moon. Like, my brain just connected all those circuits together within half a second. And I was like, I I put it on my list right away, and nothing ever beat it out. So, Walking on the Moon by the Police. Oh, yeah, dude. Stuart Copeland is one of my favorite drummers of all time.
It is cool. The drums are really
Dude,
cool on that song.
All
They're
the,
fun
all
to
the,
listen to.
Yeah, all the Police songs, dude. He's just so precise with how he does his thing. And I'm not a drummer, but someday I wish that I can even have an ounce of that sort of level of play. Mike, nothing? Don't like the Police? That's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine.
You know, I hated that song. That song was awful, dude.
What?
It was so bad.
It's really bad reggae.
Yes, that's what
No,
it
it's
was.
not even close
It
to
was
reggae.
terrible. Yes, it was.
Just because there's an
No, 'cause
up tempo?
it's not
There was
good.
the up tempo,
No,
but
it's
no,
worse.
his accent. The
Out. Get out.
accent he was using, it was terrible. How dare you suggest that Neil deGrasse Tyson either listens to that or would ever want to listen to that?
Neil
I'm
deGrasse
sure-
wants to walk on the moon. I'll tell you that for free.
I'm pretty damn sure that song is not about walking on the moon. It's got to be about drugs, because that's what they had to be on for somebody to be like,
nope,
yeah,
nope,
send it.
Well, technically, it's about alcohol. So, Sting was in a hotel room in Munich, and he was drunk, and he wrote a song, a little melody, walking around the room. Here I go, walking around the moon, or walking around the room is what he's saying over and over as he's just walking around his room, blitzed out of his brain. He woke up the next morning, remembered the melody, and then wrote the song Walking on the Moon.
Who is so like full of themselves that they think that they can shat gold in a drunken stupor?
All of them.
All
Hemingway.
Every songwriter ever.
I mean, look, this is like alcohol is
That's all
not
of
bad.
them.
It loosens
Have you
up.
listened to music before?
I'm just saying there's a big difference between like this and a song that I would say is a bit similar, like with tempo and feel, is like don't stand so close. Like
Yeah.
that song is better. This was garbage. Brad's got a point. Brad called out reggae, and not just because of the up chick, is because of the weird ass fucking accent he was using.
They're English.
That wasn't English.
I think he was putting some Seagal on that.
Either way,
Fantastic callback.
how dare you?
Dude,
Disgrace Neil deGrasse.
someday,
NDT
if we
was
ever
such-
have Neil deGrasse Tyson on this show, I'm going to ask him if he listens to the Police. And he's going to be like, yeah, I like the Police.
You know, if I had to bet, if I
I
had
heard
to
your
bet
guys'
money
episode. That was the only song I liked.
on it, honestly, Moose, if I had to bet money,
I would retire.
I would.
I'm done.
If
My
Neil
work here
deGrasse
is done.
Tyson, if Neil deGrasse Tyson is fully aware of this song and has heard it, and he either loves it or hates it, I would bet that Neil deGrasse Tyson would love this. Just because. What year did this song come out?
1979.
1970s. Shake
question.
down 19. Okay, good. You know a lot about this. Okay.
I have this on vinyl. All
Of
right,
course
I'm not fucking around.
The single. And
No,
it
I've
plays
got the
Only
album.
this one.
Everybody,
No.
if you think we should start a charity where we donate a nickel every time Moosh has something on vinyl, let us know.
Dude. God, I've got almost 600 vinyl records.
It's a shitload of nickels.
That's a shit lot of nickels.
Yes. Now,
Every time I mention that, yeah, that was oof. Okay.
you
I'd
got
be
to
up
put
for that.
you
I'd
put a
pay
nickel
that.
in the jar.
There.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a swear jar.
It's like
Yeah.
a swear jar. It's
The vinyl jar.
final jar, wax jar. That sounds better,
Ew.
right? Whack. Oh, not whack. Whack. Yeah. Okay. Vinyl jar.
My wax jar's filled.
Wax or like WAX or WACKS?
Yeah, wax jar. That's what I said. Moving on. Don't
Oh, shit.
lowbrow our special guests. What is wrong with you?
I'm
All
just saying. I'm just saying.
I
Go ahead.
actually did some research. Okay. Now, I do know one interesting thing that I knew already, and I'll explain how I knew it for my second song for Neil deGrasse Tyson. But as I said, he grew up in the Bronx. He was born in 1953, which means the early 60s was probably the time he was appreciating music for the first time in his life. Like, we appreciate music as children. We've all, two out of the three of us, have talked about how our dads had vinyl collections. And, that's the Zeppelin and all the other stuff, the classic rock stuff and all that I was exposed to. And Moose, I know you had other stuff. But it's when you're like...
Can I tell a quick story?
You're going to interrupt my... No, wait till... What?
Okay. I'm just, it's fine.
I worked on this all day.
Okay, I'm sorry. It has to do with Brad's adoption.
Oh, no, fine. No, I'll take a back seat.
Okay,
yeah.
real
Yeah,
quick
you
story.
can talk.
I was texting my dad, speaking of dads, and I was like, oh, man, this song that Brad played, I forget which song it was. It was a couple episodes ago. And it was a killer song, and I sent it to my father because I knew he would like it.
It always is.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, Brad just killed it with this song. And my dad goes, who's Brad? And I was like, my co-host on the show? He goes, oh, I guess I don't really pay attention.
Jesus. I mean, that's less... I mean...
I'm sorry, Brad. My mom still adopted you, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, Brad, you should feel closer to Moose now more than ever. Okay, so as I was saying, when you're about 12 years old, the hair grows in funny places, you get these feelings for the first time, all that shit, you start getting a little more in touch with your emotions, as out of whack as they are, and you start appreciating music. So what was big in the Bronx or throughout New York at that time? It was some early 60s soul. And one band that was pretty big in the Bronx, they had a pretty good like fan base there. They used to play clubs and stuff, is the Drifters. So everybody's heard this song at least once. This is the Drifters, This Magic Moment.
This magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever.
Okay, I'm willing to bet money on something here. I bet that Neil deGrasse Tyson danced at a high school dance to this song. He may have had his first liftoff to this song.
Ooh, boy. You said he was born in what, 1953?
53, which means he was 12 in 1960, which is about the time this song came out.
Whoa.
Wait, what did I say?
Math.
Oh, no. Sorry, not 12. He was
7 when this song came out.
Did this song come out in
1960?
It did come out in 1960. So Still,
I think
maybe
we all danced
like a middle
to this song
school
at one point in our life. So
right.
It could have been 5th grade. There's always like a 5th grade dance was very popular back then.
Exactly.
Like they had Make Room for Jesus, where you have to have your arms, far enough away. Like you weren't allowed to like dance with someone like close. You had to be a distance apart.
What fucking school did you go to, man?
I went to high school and crumping was a thing. So no, there was no room for Jesus.
I don't know what crumping is.
Okay.
But
in the old days, back in the 60s, like you weren't allowed to dance frivolously with your partner. You had to be like a couple feet apart from each other. There had to be, quote, room for Jesus was the quote for most schools, where the mentors or the chaperones of the dance were like, you can't, like, hands on the hips, hands on the shoulders, and that was it. And that's how you danced to songs like this.
Regardless,
Kevin Bacon punch danced for our sins.
Right.
Yes.
So
Still,
I'm just saying, maybe 5th grade, maybe middle school, he danced this song, and I like where your head's at. I like your approach to this episode.
Oh, well, thank you. I think I know for a fact, like, this is one of those songs where, like I said, if I had to bet whether or not he loves or hates the Police or that song, I would bet my money on love. But I know he fucking loves this song. I know he does.
Who doesn't?
I was
Right?
about to say, I have not met a person.
Yeah, if you're listening and you don't love this song,
Neil,
stop listening. I don't want your viewership. Your
we don't
listenership.
want you on this show, Neil.
Yeah.
You're
I
done.
think when aliens touch down and humanity's long gone and they find anything and they find this album, I think it's the most defining moment of humanity. It's one of the greatest songs and pieces of art that's ever been put out.
And
Yeah.
and they're not a one-hit wonder. These are the guys responsible for Under the Boardwalk,
By far.
right? Save the Last Dance for Me, Up on the Roof, Money Honey. Like, they got hits. They were a big deal. And this is the first time we played them on the show. And for that, Mr. Tyson, we thank you. You led us to the
Hell yeah.
Drifters.
Hell Yeah,
Who's that?
That was
Brad?
good. I
What?
love the Drifters. I mean, I was looking a little bit on their wiki here. Atlantic Records was the label that they had. Fantastic. A lot of records came out in that era under Atlantic that we love. The songwriter for this song, this Magic Moment, songwriter is Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann. And they've also been credited for like Viva Las Vegas and a bunch of other like rock and roll Hall of Fame type songs from that era.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Sweet. Let's
I
keep
love
it
it.
rolling. Brad?
Yeah. So I did do my research. I just did it a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
I figured you guys would be on the interwebs reading Wikipedias and such.
I am now.
I went on TikTok and I typed in his
God.
name and I watched videos.
Attaboy.
The fuck?
That's
This-
how we do research in 2026.
One of the album I thought he would listen to, and I figured, all right, the guy's doing a lot of research, doing a lot of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't need lyrics messing that up, but he needs to remain high energy.
Mm.
So I thought of one of my favorite vinyls is my Cowboy Bebop vinyl, and I picked Spaceline because, I mean, space, that was low-hanging fruit, but I feel like he'd love this album. One of the more tranquil songs on that entire album.
That was very
But-
tranquil.
If this was on his playlist, which I think it would be, he'd find out the exact weight of a black hole.
This is
Interesting.
the missing
You know what
ingredient.
I thought that this was a fantastic pick.
Yeah.
Because it feels like the ambient music you may listen to if you were in an observatory or a planetarium. Like I was getting vibes of planetarium listening to this.
Sure.
It has that like a ethereal
Yeah.
type of sound to it, and you're looking through a giant telescope, looking at stars and space, and you just have this kind of music in the background, and this felt like that. And Brad, like you, I did some TikTok, Instagram research, YouTube research as well. And one thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson did mention once revolving music is blues and jazz.
This album's got a lot of that.
A lot of
Right.
that. Yeah, man. Cowboy Bebop, dude. Fuck yeah.
One of the greatest.
I've never
shows
seen the
of all
show, but
time.
I've enjoyed the music I've heard from it.
Dude, the show is great. The show is one of my all-time favorite anime, but the
album's better.
music, the music kills. I mean, it runs the whole show. That show would be nothing.
It's important to the
yeah,
entire
the show would be nothing without the music.
So what, like where I would listen to a song like that is before I'm about to do something, somewhat like stressful, like before
like
I
fighting
pump.
the weight of a black hole.
Sure.
Before
Or
committing to bald.
okay, so like wow. Anyway, yeah, I committed. It looks good. Fuck yourself.
It does look good.
It does look good. I like it. Should have done it a long time ago. Point is, when I'm about to do something stressful, or like an astronaut is getting ready to go into space, right before I go do the stressful thing is where Slipknot and Rammstein and all that shit comes. That's the metal stuff. But before that, it's stuff like this.
Mhm.
I'm
It's like
just
a palate
laying in
Cleanse
cleanser.
bed,
nerves.
half asleep, half awake, just chilling. And then I wake up and I get up and I'm pumped. I love it. That's yeah. But Moose, I was thinking the same thing too. This also isn't bad music to like, I don't know, measure the distance of stars and redshift and all the other crazy terms that I learned watching his version of
Yeah.
why am I blanking on the name? Not Star Talk, but the Carl Sagan show, Cosmos.
Oh, Cosmos.
That was my first, not the first time I heard of him or saw him, but my first introduction to Neil deGrasse Tyson was shortly after you and I met, Moosh. It would have been around 2011. He rebooted Cosmos, and that's where everything I know about the universe for the most part came from that fucking show.
Fair.
Yeah.
Amazing show. So anyway, I think
Hell
it's
yeah.
still on like Hulu. Like telling you audience, if you guys haven't seen it, Cosmos is fucking amazing. Mind blowing.
Cosmos is great.
Phenomenal.
And even Star Talk is great, dude.
Yeah.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Chuck Nice, dude. Chuck Nice is hilarious.
No, he's funny as hell, and his impressions are funny. And like I remember watching an episode of theirs, I don't know, a year or so ago, and somebody wrote in a question, and they were talking about why haven't we gone back to space, like beyond the International Space Station? Why have we done that? And Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, well, think about it. The only time that we've done this is when there is a political reason to do it, because this type of space exploration transcends politics. And then he referenced that same conversation like earlier this week on Star Talk. And he's like, look, China said they're going to go up there and take water from the moon. And we're like, nah, bitch, we're going to do that. Artemis, fire that motherfucker up. And off we went. And at the same time, just in case something miraculous gets discovered or something crazy is going on, Artemis just left yesterday, right?
2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah, we're
as of
on day
recording.
3 now. They should be returning as of recording
As of
right
recording.
now.
Yeah.
They should be on their way to the moon, and they'll return in about 6 or 7 days. I've been following it pretty
I have too.
religiously, actually, yeah.
We record our episodes far in advance. We like to be prepared around here.
Like I said, one thing I learned is that I'm up next.
Yes.
Neil deGrasse Tyson liked the blues and liked jazz, so I thought Spaceline by Seatbelts, it was fantastic. Yoko Kanno was the composer of that song. Fantastic. I was like, oh, blues. I got to find blues and space and merge that together somehow. And I stumbled across Space Guitar by Johnny, quote, Guitar, unquote, Watson.
Cool nickname.
Dude, I'm sorry, your name is Guitar? Johnny Guitar Watson?
Yeah.
This song came out in 1954, a year after Neil deGrasse Tyson was born. I don't think either of you have heard this song.
Nope.
But it's pretty rad. Like, he does some pretty cool shit on the guitar that you can see or hear has inspired other guitarists later in the 60s. So, Space Guitar, Johnny Guitar Watson.
That was fun.
Dude, the play of reverb throughout that song.
Right?
I don't know if like the idea or the romanticizing of space in the 50s. I wasn't there. I don't know what it was like. All I could reference is like the Jetsons. But they had to have assumed that space was very reverby, which obviously it's not.
I think they knew better by then.
Hilarious that that's how Johnny Guitar Watson interpreted Space Guitar.
So you said that this guy influenced other people, and you can hear it. So I heard a bit of Stevie Ray Vaughan in there as far as who he influenced, but who I think he was influenced by, Chuck Berry.
Oh yeah, totally. Chuck Berry
Who
was
came
huge at the
before
time.
him? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, and maybe this isn't something that Neil deGrasse Tyson may be listening to now or may listen to often, but his parents were probably blasting this record when he was a baby.
Was it
Or
was
their
it popular?
kids were gonna love it.
Right? Solid reference. Dude, that was just a fun song. It
That
was
was a
weird.
fun
It
song.
was
I loved
quirky. It kind of took a little bit of the Ventures, like that beach rock type of vibe that was going on in the 50s.
Yeah, there was a bit of beach rock in there too.
Yeah, but it definitely had some spacey vibes. I couldn't
I
explain
liked the
it.
horns. The horns were great.
The horns are
Horns were
great.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was. That was.
It was short
That was
and
good.
sweet. It was fun.
I think we're doing good. I think we're hitting on. Actually, you know what? It's staying true to the name of the game of the show itself at its core. We play cool shit, and at the same time, remind you of shit that you forgot about.
Yeah.
He may have forgotten about this, but if not, I'm sure he'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
Hell
Neil?
yeah.
Hell yeah. Whose turn is it?
It's yours, bud.
Okay. Now, I also, long time ago, took Neil deGrasse Tyson's masterclass.
Oh yeah.
On,
That was several years ago now we did that.
Was it on critical, how to think objectively, how to think, I don't remember what it is. It's a really good class though, and it's literally just about problem solving. It's about taking a problem, coming and using like the scientific method, kind of in things that aren't even scientific, just any issue in your life and how to think critically. I'm not doing it justice because I can't remember what the hell the class was called, but I remember I loved it. It was very good. And during that I want to say it was during that master class, he talked about how he's very aware of his appearance because he was a dancer. He was like, he took dance and would move in front of mirrors all the time. I remember him talking about this. So I'm like, okay, motherfucker went to dance class, didn't he? Okay. Well, and this is where he was entering his teen years, because now we're getting into the early 70s. What was big in the early 70s?
Funk.
Swing.
Disco.
Spunk. Disco. Disco was big in the early 70s. So, our boy Nile Rodgers and Chic, this is Good Time. That was Good Times by Chic with Nile Rodgers, who has worked with everyone on the planet,
Dude.
past and present.
That, as soon as you started playing it, I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then the brace breakdown, like halfway through.
Yep.
One of the best bass lines ever. I mean, we said it while we were listening to the music, is Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So gave birth to hip hop.
And it's very close to Another One Bites the Dust.
Yes, that's what I was
yeah,
about to say. I was like, it had to have influenced Another One Bites the Dust.
Yep.
Yo, totally. Dude, that is just such a banging bass line.
And here's what's funny, and this will come up later for my final pick, but so Nile Rodgers, not too far from where Neil deGrasse Tyson was born and grew up. He is from Manhattan, where he fell in love with the sound of Afro-Cuban jazz. But he couldn't find it in Manhattan. But I'll just say there was some of that in the Bronx. So that's coming up later. But yeah, I know Neil deGrasse Tyson has danced to this song.
Yes, had to.
You know it's happened.
Dude, it has to have happened.
In
that era,
I don't think.
when he was in high school, hell yeah, dude. This thing was everywhere. You go to a roller rink, this song's blasted.
Dude, and they even, the lyrics even mention skates, and I'm like, this is so roller rink.
Yeah,
Jesus.
100%. Isn't there a meme of... Wasn't this in like a Family
show,
Guy?
No, they did it.
Probably, yeah. But Family Guy didn't they do like a roller rink thing with Peter dancing?
Yes.
Wasn't it this song?
I don't know that it was a song, but I can see what you're talking about.
Right,
Yeah.
Like there's a meme that's now
Joe has his legs up.
Joe's legs.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Peter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought maybe it's not the song, but this reminded me of that 100% roller rink and the dancing and the disco lights. Hell yeah. Dude, we gotta do a disco episode.
That'd be fun.
We did funk, we gotta do disco.
Do we?
It would require more work because I don't know if I know as much disco as I know funk or soul.
Me?
Just play the Bee Gees, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but the Bee Gees that I love aren't disco.
What?
The Bee Gees that I love, it's not disco.
Oh. Nah, you're listening to the wrong Bee Gees.
No, I listen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Does no one want a bro job?
I love bro jobs.
Right? It's the best kind of job there is.
This is good times.
Good times. Yeah. Yeah. Who's next?
It's
Brad.
me.
Oh, yeah.
So I know we weren't supposed to look up music or anything
This fucking
related
guy.
to Neil, but while on my videos, I know for a fact he has heard this song, and probably multiple times because he has nitpicked things about the song. It's just not realistic in space. How's Major Tom doing this? That's not how gravity works out there. All kinds of fun stuff. But I love this song, and any chance I get a chance to play David Bowie, you know I'm gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
It's Space Oddity.
Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom?
Maybe more of a space fantasy song, less than a space fact song, but A masterpiece. An
That's-
absolute masterpiece. And I think he'd still agree whether he nitpicks the facts.
Oh, it's a great song. Yeah. One thing I love about this song and hate about this song is when I was about 15, 16 years old, I had written a song with a buddy of mine when I was in a band in high school. And we used, without knowing, I didn't know at the time, this song or how it was written or how it was played. But the F major 7 to E minor, when he plays, for here am I sitting in a tin can, I sang and wrote a song that had that exact same chord progression and melody before I had heard this song. And Mike, we've talked about this before.
I was going to say,
my
you
songwriting.
still do this to this day.
To this day, I will write a song. I'll just be sitting here and I'll just come up with a few things. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. Yeah, maybe this is something. And I'm like, wait a second. This sounds like something that already exists. And I'll send it to you and you're like, yeah, that's this song. I'm like, God, son of a bitch.
It's not really fair in this sense because the F major 7 and the E minor is 90% of that fucking song. Outside of the you're going
90%.
back.
It's the chorus.
There's a C, there's an A minor, there's a little. It's got a little D in there. It's pretty much those two fucking chords.
So iconic.
It is. It is very much, and that's why you can't have it. It belongs to David Bowie. But Brad, I was gonna tell you, we almost touched tips.
Oh,
We almost did because
Almost.
a little
One day.
docking,
One
a little
day.
space humor.
yeah. Oh, I didn't say docking because I always say docking. I said touch tips. I should have said docking. This would have been the one where it actually
One day
fit.
I'll get my circumcision reversed and we can really do this.
There we go.
Is that it? Could you? Never mind. Continue.
Have you not seen Shameless? Anyway, Nile Rodgers produced "Let's Dance" by David Bowie, which is a more of a disco song.
Which
Yeah.
I've played on this show
Yeah.
before.
Oh yeah, you
absolutely.
have.
Live. The live version.
The live
Oh,
version.
I'm like, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking Nile Rodgers helped produce that, and it is a disco song. And I was like, damn, we almost touched tips.
Let the crust unite us.
Wow.
Ew. Good.
God.
Okay. All right. So my next song. Let's move on. Jesus
Shit.
Christ. Listen, I have one thing to say, and if you don't like Aretha Franklin, then fuck you. That's all. Aretha Franklin, there's no way
There's no way.
that Neil deGrasse Tyson has gone through college without hearing Aretha Franklin. We've done a pretty good job of going from his childhood to his middle school, his high school. Aretha Franklin, this song is There's a Star for Everyone. It came out in 1981. So maybe in post-grad? I don't know how college works.
He was in college until he was like 50. He had to be.
Yeah, he's probably still in college.
He's probably still in college. Well, and I'm sure he would not argue that he is still a student.
Oh,
Absolutely.
of course.
Aren't
of
we
course. But Aretha Franklin, I mean, come on.
Show some R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
No, this is There's a Star for Everyone.
Oh,
Up
sorry.
close.
Sorry.
No. Shut up. Shut up. That is one of the most soulful songs ever written. You can't just start a song like that. You can't just have those belts like that. You can't just come in and oh God. Jesus Christ. There's a Star for Everyone. Aretha Franklin.
Dude.
The Queen.
Her
Holy
Absolutely.
shit.
at this time.
The Queen.
At this time,
Not
her
A.
and Whitney.
Oh.
Like, fuck, dude. Moosh, I gotta say, that's one of the best songs you have ever played on this show.
Dude, this is one of the best
Agreed.
songs ever
Seriously.
in the history of ever.
But I mean, it's super fitting. And once again, it's not whether or not Neil deGrasse Tyson has ever heard these songs.
If he hasn't heard, he's
it's
gonna
that
listen.
he's listened to it, or we think he would enjoy listening to it. And I agree, if you don't enjoy what you just heard, you can fuck right off.
Dude, there's a star for everyone.
Right.
And then some. There's more stars than there are people.
And Brad had a good idea for another episode. He said, well, the thing was playing, we need to make an episode about laying pipe.
Yeah, dude,
That
that
is-
Chicka,
song.
wow, wow.
That's what you said,
dude.
right?
Holy shit, man! I had to throw my chair down and get up and just
With your
Move.
background, that shit was hilarious to watch. I was laughing the whole time. You kind of took me out of the
Dude.
moment,
god damn.
right?
Whew.
You need to take your sweater off, dude.
I'm not wearing any clothes underneath.
I was gonna call you Nelly because it's got to be getting hot in there.
Oh yeah, dude. Aretha Franklin, dude. That. God damn.
That was I've heard that song before, but
I've only ever heard
Fuck.
it once before, and I knew that there was an Aretha Franklin song that had stars or something to do with space, and I was like, I gotta find this song. So I listened to a bunch of Aretha Franklin trying to like search for
Oh
it.
no, how terrible.
All right, right, must
Oh,
have
it
been a
was,
terrible day.
the worst work. I'll tell you
I'll
what.
tell you what.
It was hard labor this week on the cut show. But this song, golly, just rips your heart right out of your chest. And if you don't agree, shut up.
The fucking vocal control it takes to do some shit, like, and to not stop. Usually, you'll get that shit in an intro, an outro, maybe a bridge, maybe a chorus or something. But like, it was the whole song
song.
was a
The
hook.
whole song.
The whole song was a fucking
just
hook.
Emotion and passion and vigor. My God, it was so good.
Dude, I'm telling you, Moose, best song, one of that you've played on this fucking show. That was a great pick.
Hell yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
to close shit out,
Mhm.
Brad said earlier, Brad, you played, what was it? You played
Baseline?
Space
Galaxy song?
Spaceline by Seatbelts, and you said that was the song that you think Neil deGrasse Tyson listens to when he's doing sciencey stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I had the same thought, and I've saved my last song, and I said that Afro-Cuban jazz was going to come back up because that was big in the Bronx, and I chose a song by the king of Cuban jazz, also known as Tito Puente. This is El Cayuco. That was the king of Latin jazz. That was Tito Puente with El Cayuco. And that translates to the canoe because you're going on a little ride. And what I love about this, first off, if the vocals and all of that sounded kind of familiar, Oye Como Va is their big hit. Everybody has heard that at least once. But what I loved about this was it wasn't just thinking focus music. Like the most focused beat, like if I'm ever going to have to defuse a bomb, I just want the instrumental version of Kashmir by Zeppelin. There's something about that just puts me in hyper focus mode, right?
Mhm.
Sure.
This has a bit of that, but it's also something for Neil to dance to while he's doing sciencey things.
Okay.
I can see him just like doing his shit and like, you know, he's got the big chalkboard. He's doing his equations and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I went down a similar path when I was looking, like I had Googled blues songs about space, right? Because I knew that Neil deGrasse Tyson liked the blues and space. Those are my two kind of anchor points. And there's a song called Blues in Space. It's 7 or 8 minutes long, depending on which version you pick, by Yusuf Lateef. And it's kind of a jazzy Afro funk blues. And I didn't choose it because I just thought it was too long. But it's same vibe. So we kind of found our way to the same area in that Afro jazz, Afro rock type of
One of the best subgenres. I'm telling
yeah,
you. I
oh,
can't
hands
help but
down.
vibe to it. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite vibes.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. That was a good song. That was a little rocker.
Yeah. I think we did good. This is our first episode of Special Guests, Neil deGrasse Tyson. We're going to tag him when we post this stuff. So please share, tag, annoy the piss out of Neil deGrasse Tyson with the clips that we post. That way, he can tell us whether we're right or wrong. And then we'll know something. Because you know what? We have hot ones out there. There's Last Meals. Josh Schur coming for you at some point too, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's one of the things we're going to do with this show is because nothing out there does hot ones with music.
Right.
That's what these things are going to be. We want to bring non-musician celebrities on here and have them take us on a journey through their cut. What does their cut look like? What song did they remember listening to growing up? What song did they get their first lift off to?
Oh, jeez.
Whatever the case.
We've done a few things like that before where we've had non-musicians on the show that played their favorite songs.
Brad.
Yeah.
That's how Brad got on the show.
I play a lot of them.
No, but I was thinking like Ricky. We've had Ricky on the show.
Ricky, we had Rich.
A bunch of different songs of Scotland and things that he liked.
Jared came on here and played Garbage because that's what he listens to.
Yeah, man. So I'm
Didn't
excited
we make
to kind
them
of go
focus
further
on music, like certain music? We didn't just ask them what they like. We were like, hey, here's
No,
our topic.
Jared, Ricky, and Rich got to come on and play whatever they wanted. You two, and Jared did the emo episode.
Okay.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because Mike wanted no part of that.
Absolutely
He
not.
has no emotions except anger.
What?
Fight me.
Fuck you.
Fight me. Fuck you. Anyway, please share, tag Neil deGrasse Tyson. We want to annoy the shit out of him because I'm really curious how many of these we actually got right, meaning he loves these songs or now he's heard them for the first time and he loves these songs. So we do want to figure that out, and you could do that by following us on Instagram at the Cut Music and the number 1, or send us an email to the Cut Music and the number 1 at gmail.com. Be sure to click the link in the description for Skillshare. It's the best way to help support this show. We have been your hosts, and until next week, Mike and
The Moosh and
fucking
And the Brad.
the Brad.
I was testing it. I didn't know.
The Brad.
The Brad. All right, see you guys next week.
Brad Bunny.
Fuck you.
Bye.
Toodles.